Hello everyone, this is Gary with your cards of the day for this Good Friday, and I do apologise for there not being any of these videos for the last couple of days, but it's been a little bit hectic, so I haven't been able to do them. But I'm back, and I hope you're going to enjoy this little video today. The three decks that I have chosen for today are the New Mythic Tarot by Juliet Sharman-Burke and Giovanni Caselli, the Wildwood Tarot, illustrated by Will Worthington, and the Tarot of the Northern Shadows by Sylvia Gainsford. And these three decks I've chosen, if I just talk about them a little bit. The Tarot of the Northern Shadows is a Viking-based, or certainly a Scandinavian-based deck, which I must admit I have a very great affinity to all things Viking and Scandinavian. The Wildwood Tarot is more of a Celtic, British Isles kind of deck, and I must admit I find that an absolutely amazing deck to use. And the New Mythic Tarot is a Greek mythology-based deck, which there's been a lot of discussion about recently on, for example, Facebook, and I'm aware that a lot of people are not really very impressed with the deck, but personally I find it really useful, and I like the energy that I get from it, in spite of its, shall we say, quite difficult birth. So those are the three decks I'm using today. Your first card today from the New Mythic Tarot is the Devil. There he is. And what we see in this card is a satire, in some ways a little bit, reminds me a little bit of, if you're familiar with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, it reminds me a little bit of Mr. Tumnus, in so much that he's got a human, or sort of basically human upper half of the body, and he's got an animal lower half of the body with 2 legs and 2 feet that have got hooves on them, which you can probably just about make out there. There they are. And what he's doing is he's got the 2 people down here on a sort of leash, really, and he's playing his pipes. And it actually, I think it's a representation of the god Pan. And the basic idea here seems to me, what is coming through is, you know, looking at basically whose tune you're basically dancing to today. It's almost as if other people will be pulling the strings, and you have to decide how you're going to react to that. And are you going to accept other people pulling the strings, or are you going to make some effort to actually change that and sort of regain control yourself? So there is definitely a feeling of things being a little bit out of your control and demands being made by other people in this card today. Now your second card for today is the Seven of Bows. Bows in this deck are roughly equivalent to wands in other decks. You have 4 suits in the Wildwood, and arrows are swords, bows are wands, stones are pentacles, and then you have cups as normal. And the word on this card says clearance. So it does suggest to me that this is about sort of clearing out stuff that isn't working. Perhaps even connections to other people that aren't working. But also I'm put in mind of some of the other Seven of Fire cards, where you're really having to stand your ground. So I think it's going to be a case of clearing out clutter and what doesn't work, but also staying strong, really, as well. And your third card today is the Five of Swords, and it's got this magnificent image of this. See if it's better that way. No, it's not. This image of this wolf chained up, and you've got the little figure in the front ready to draw her sword, I believe it's a female in this, to fight the wolf. Now, the very strong feeling I get from this card today is one of knowing what battles you can win and what battles you can't win. In this case, the wolf is chained up, yes, and the warrior has plenty of swords around her. She's well armed, but I am rather feeling with this card today that the wolf has the upper hand here. So it really is a case of choosing your battles. So if we look at these three cards together, it's quite interesting. We have the Devil, which, as I say, today to me is about dancing to other people's tunes. Basically, other people pulling your strings and you deciding how you react to that. We have the Seven of Bows, which is about clearance and about clearing out clutter. Could be physically, could be mentally as well. Changing your views on things and your perceptions and your way of dealing with things. And we have the Five of Swords, which to me today says be careful of what battles you choose. Choose only the battles that you genuinely feel necessary and that you feel that you can win today. So, these have been your cards of the day. I do hope you've enjoyed them and that you'll drop me some comments and let me know what you think. Also suggestions, perhaps for other videos, or for maybe even for other card decks that you haven't seen me use that you might like to. Hope everyone has a wonderful and happy Good Friday, whatever it is that you do, and blessings and love and light to all.